Well, it's very, very clear that the Europeans have lagged quite far behind the Americans in terms of CAR T-cell development. The approval of these agents from Novartis and the near approval from Kite mean that these trials are now coming to Europe, so many more clinicians in Europe getting experience of doing this. So far, I've mostly been sending my patients to the US for enrolment in CAR T-cell trials because it's been very difficult for us to be able to have them here. In CLL itself, although there was a lot of excitement early on, a lot of people feeling now not quite yet there in terms of seeing the sorts of responses that we're seeing in acute lymphoblastic leukemia and in diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, which is where there's a huge excitement right now and where all the clinical trial development is going. The other issue, of course, the big problem we face in CLL now is for those patients who undergo a Richter's transformation. And in that setting, again, both immunotherapy in terms of things like CAR T-cells as well as checkpoint inhibitors look like they have an ability there, whereas they don't work quite so well in CLL. Now, why CAR T-cells and checkpoint inhibitors don't work so well in CLL remains a major research interest. On paper, they should work well, that all the right apparatus is there, and a more slowly growing tumour you would imagine should respond. So a lot more, it's kind of backward step doing more preclinical development to try to understand why they don't work well and what other things we have to add into them to try to move the field forward for our CLL patients.